I went to St. Louis, Missouri the other day. Had Black Panthers from all over the country. No one knew about it at all. They had machine guns, recoilless rifles, grease guns, Lugers, 25 of them, all armed. And the chief police met me at the airport when I arrived. They were there, right there at the steps. He said, "You were violating the law." "Yeah, we're violating the law." He said, "We're tired of our white and black leaders, Jackie and Martin and Bobby being killed. We're going to protect this man while he's here." They didn't arrest one of them. Because they said if you arrest one, then someone's going to die. Because we are ready to kill. Black power means black dignity. Just as surely as you're proud to be white, we're proud to be black. Black is beautiful, baby. It's pretty. I always say to my brothers the same thing. They don't worry about white chicks. We got everything from chalk to charcoal in our own race. And that's it. Black is beautiful. Black power means dignity. Means we're gonna walk side by side with you, or through you. We're gonna be with dignity and integrity. We don't want any more than you have, and we're not gonna accept any less than you have. That's my enough.
Progress is being made. If you take a knife and might back 9 inches and pull it out 6 inches, there's no progress. You pull it all the way out, that's not progress. The progress is healing the wound that's below me. And they haven't even begun to pull a knife out, much less trying to heal the wound. They won't even admit the knife is there.
So what's up? What's up? What's up? What does it all mean? You know what I'm saying? Where do we go from here, my dear? Where do we go from here? Well, I'm not presentable. I gotta stay off the camera until I can get presentable. I don't know if that'll ever be, but you know what I mean. I'll give it a shot. At least get dressed right, you know. See, I'm normal. See, people will be normal out there, you know. They think they on some damn sitcom reality TV type thing when actually they probably just at home in their living room. You know what I'm saying? Whereas me, I'm actually at the studio trying to make things pop for the people. Not pop go to Weasel, but pop for the peoples. Yeah. So that way, like 607 Oak say, so the streets will stay plugged in, you know? The streets ain't been plugged in a minute. And we'll probably have 607 Oak pop through in a little bit. We go live Saturday. And let's see. Yeah, like I say, if you don't, you people got to support your own black network, your own black, uh, if you want to call it TV, radio, and more, you know. It's the Black Power Radio 2.0, giving you more what you lay your hands on your radio for sure. Black Power, power to the people. And I'm just here to make you think. Glory be. Yeah. Started getting into some funk there. I'm thinking Bootsy in my head. Dance. But before I do all that, I better play my own stuff. Because, you know, that's the YouTube, Facebook, all of them. They just want you to play your own stuff. But I will at least show how strong my people can really go on some Black Panther, Black Power tip. With all the gun clubs and everybody, when we join together, boy, it's like this. Well, you ain't got to believe me. Believe your lying eyes. Wait a minute, I know I can do better than that, but not right now. Right now, we're going to do this. And we're just going to go through it. All right? See, we don't want them to get caught up on the music, so we won't get. Yours truly right now the fruit with the flag. Earth Sky Band. And yes, I do own the rights to my music. A lot of people don't own the catalogs. Well, we do. And my, oh my, what a catalog we got. And just so y'all know what it means to take another step black, that means take 2 steps forward. Arch. You dig? So let's take another step black. And I don't mean black in time. I mean black to the future for sure.
Freedom of death, black power. Freedom of death, black power. Nation in distress, and my people take another step black, take another step black. Don't give me that old slavery crap, I ain't having that. No thank you, Mr. Charlie. Eat that political pie and take another step black. Yeah, I don't think you hear me. Harriet Tubman line, runaway slave express, black flag flying, say a nation in distress. Take another step black. Ow. We came here to talk to you. Tell y'all people just what to do. We got to pull together. Rain, snow, storm, and dust. Hurricanes all get mad. If we want to still be around. What do you want? We came here to talk to you. Tell y'all people just what
This is the people show, people network for us by us. So hit the cash app. Make sure we keep Black powerful and hit the production cost. We got some travel costs getting ready to incur, but it's going to be well worth it. We are bringing the revolution to the people all over the United States. So now,
decent housing, education.
yeah, how about that? Well, it is the day after Marcus Garvey Day, and we still here. And as he said himself, if you take me down, more will rise in my place. So here we are, you know. But this is how they're trying to take over the streets of America. Well, in Black America. This is how they're trying to do it. They're trying to get, like Trump said, he noticed some police that was out there that was pretty rough and pretty tough. In other words, they were like this.
And I'm a shootist. I've killed 17 men. Killing is purely a business proposition for me. Doesn't give me any pleasure. My employer is confidential. Now, do we have business together today? As soon as the rain stops, I'm going to make an example of you. I'm confused. All I hear from you spineless cowards, is how poor you are. And you can't afford my taxes, my protection. And yet somehow, you've all managed to find the money to hire a professional gunfighter to kill me. Where's all this money coming from? Who might have fixed? You got so much to swear, I'm just gonna have to take some more off you. Because you clearly didn't get the message. This is my town. You have to see the noise because I allow it. I'm in charge of everything. I decide who lives or who dies.
A young slave boy stood one day before the greatest ruler of his day. And God said to Moses, "What's in your hand?" And Moses said, "Well, I've got a stick, that's all." He said, "Well, let me use what's in your hand." And God used that slave boy with a stick in his hand to divide the Red Seas, march through a wilderness, bring water out of rocks, manna from heaven, and bring his people to freedom land. What's in your hand? What's in your hand? George Washington Carver, who was so frail that he was traded for a broken down horse as a slave boy. George Washington Carver, sitting in the science laboratory at Tuskegee, told me, he said, "Dr. Powell," he said, "I just go out in the fields each morning at 5 o'clock, and I let God guide me. And I bring back these little things and work about my laboratory, and that man did more to revolutionize the agricultural science of peanuts and of cotton and sweet potato than any other human being in the field of agricultural science." What's in your hand? Just let God use you, that's all. What's in your hand? I've got a stick in my hand, that's all, and I'm flying a kite. And way up in the heavens, lightning strikes it. And I, Benjamin Franklin, discovered for the first time the possibilities of electricity with a string in my hand. What's in your hand? Little hunchback sitting in a Roman jail? I haven't got anything in my hand but an old quill pen, but God says write what I tell you to write. Paul wrote, "I have run my race with patience. I've finished my course. I've kept the faith. Henceforth the faith to me." What's in your hand, little boy? All I've got is a slingshot. And the enemies of my people are great and big and more numerous than we are. Well, little David, go down to the brook and take out a few stones and come on back and close your eyes if you want to and pull back that slingshot and let him go. David killed the biggest enemy, the leader of the giants, against his people, and his people became free, just letting God guide a stone in his hand. And a few years passed, and David is a king. And God says, "What's in your hand?" He said, "I've got a harp in my hand." He said, "Well, David, play on your harp." And he plays, "The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Maketh me to lie down in green pastures. Leadeth me beside still waters. Yea, though I walk through the valley in the shadow of death, I'll fear no evil." What's in your hand? What's in your hand? Man hanging on a cross? I've got 2 nails in my hand. Father, I stretch my hands to thee. No other help I know. If thou withdraw thyself from me, whither shall I go? And that man, with 2 nails in his hand, split history in half, BC and AD. And what's in your hand tonight, people of Cambridge? You've got God in your hand, and he'll let you win, because he's on your side and one with God, always in the majority. So walk with him, and talk with him, and work with him, and stick together, and fight together. And with God's hand in your hand, the victory will be accomplished here sooner than you dreamed, sooner than you hoped, sooner than you prayed for, sooner than you imagined. Good night, and God bless you.
Hardcore. What's happening, y'all? Yeah, we have a little blend of the music. Yeah, yours truly on the keyboard with some Adam Clayton Powell. And as I said before, I'll say it again. Yesterday, August 17th, today's the 18th, Marcus Garvey Day, celebrating Marcus Garvey's birthday for August 17th. And here's a little Marcus Garvey.
Because whatsoever education I acquired out of their sacrifice of over 300 years, I shall use for the salvation of the 400 million black people of the world. And the day when I protect my people, may God Almighty say there shall be no one like for you. I unequivocally rejected the racist assumption of much white American Christianity, namely that God had created the black man inferior and that he intended Negroes to be a servant class, fuels of wood and cars of water. Well, I predicated my dual upon on the doctrine of Imago Dei. All men, regardless of color, are created in the image of God. Now, from this premise, quality of all men, and the brotherhood of all men, the biblical injunction of Acts 17:26 reminds us that he created of one blood all nations of men that dwell on the face of the earth. I was most interested in brotherhood within his own race, because if Negroes are created in God's image, and Negroes are black, then God must in some sense be black. If the white man has the idea of a white God, let him worship his God as he desires. We have found a new ideal, because while our God has no color, and yet it is human to see everything through one's own spectacles, and since the white people have seen their God through their white spectacles, we have only now started to see our God through our own spectacles. But we believe in the God of Ethiopia, the everlasting God, God of Father, God of Son, God of Holy Ghost, the one God of all ages. That is the God in whom we believe, but we shall worship him through the spectacles of Ethiopia. For 250 years, we have struggled under the burden and rigors of slavery. We were.
You hate it when that happens. Well, we gotta endure sometimes.
We were men, we were brutalized, we were ravaged in every way. We are men. We have hope, we have passion, we have feelings, we have desires just like any other race.
Hit the Cash App.
Canada for the Canadians, of America for the Americans, of England for the
Hit the Cash App, y'all, so that won't happen. So I can download these speeches without the assistance of any other entities.
France, for the French, of Germany, for the Germans. Do we take it on hints and able to feed the blacks of the world to raise the cry of Africa for the Africans? The Negro is a man, we represent the new Negro. The back is not yet against the wall. We do not want his back against the wall because that would be a peculiar and desperate position. We do not want him there. It is because of this that we are asking for fair compromise. For the Belgians have control of the Belgian Congo, which they cannot use. They have not the resources to develop nor the intelligence. The French have more territory than they can develop. They're certain about the Africa that they cannot develop. We use the propaganda and the other United States of Africa. We are not going to be arrested of the country. God never intended it. We are not going to use God's confidence in us men. We are men, human beings, capable of the same acts as any other race, possessing on the first circumstances the same intelligence as any other race. Now Africa's been sleeping, not dead, only sleeping. The day Africa's walking around not only on our feet, but on our brains. You can enslave us with them for 300 years the bodies of men. You can shackle the hands of men. You can shackle the feet of men. You can imprison the bodies of men. But you cannot shackle or imprison the minds of men. Lie down, black men, and take. Reach up, black men and women, and put all nature's knowledge to you. Turn here around and make a conquest of everything north and south, east and west. And then when you have Roswell, you will have inherited God's blessing, you will have become God's chosen people, and naturally you will become leaders of the world. And as you bow down to the white man today, so a lot of races bow down to you and call you a racial master because of the superiority of your mind and your achievement. Because no race has the last word on culture and civilization. They do not know what we are capable of. They do not know what we are thinking. They are thinking in terms of dreadnoughts, battleships, aeroplanes, submarines. You know what we're thinking about? That is our own private business. Don't give us credit for being able to use our minds. And when people becoming conscious of themselves, determined to use their minds, you do not know what extent they can do. Liberate the minds of men, and ultimately you will liberate the bodies of men. We love the white race, not for social fellowship, But for the common brotherhood of God, until we should live. What satisfaction can anyone get in being happy and see his brother wallowing in filth, dirt, and disease? How can you be happy living in luxury and your brother's living in disease? And then when you try to help the one out of the disease, this other self talk about disloyalty. Black men of Carthage, black men of Ethiopia, Timbuktu, Alexandria gave the light of civilization to this world. Ethiopia shall stretch forth her hands unto God, and princes shall come out of Egypt. The classes, nations, races have been quite for over 4 centuries. Who was merely born of youth in self-humiliation, whose forbearance can only be compared to the prophet Job, as likewise lifted his bowed head and raised it up to God's title, I am a man, and the man of man stands on a man speaketh in this world. If I shall teach the black man, I shall teach the black man to see beauty in his own kind and stop bleeding his skin and otherwise looking like what he's not. Back in the days of slavery, race become his miscegenation and occurred because the African woman had no protection from the slave master. Therefore, there is no need today for black people to themselves freely continue a practice that smacks them of the slavery. Our greatest the race problem will be solved through higher education, through better education, and black and white will come together, that they will never have national African beginning. Because if those who like W.E.B. Du Bois believe that the race problem will be solved in America through higher education, they will walk between now and eternity and never see the problem solved. God made man Lord of his creation, gave him possession and ownership of the world. And you have been so darned lazy that you've allowed the other fellow to run away with the whole world, and now he's stopping you and telling you that the world belongs to him and that you have no part in it. I don't have that whole time to anybody about being black, because God wants you to know exactly what he was doing when he made me black. If black people knew their glorious past, then they would be more inclined to respect themselves. Yes, you heard of Johnny Walker Red. I'm black. Well, he had his adversities, but he's still going strong. Well, I intend with your help and God's grace to continue, because my work has only just begun.
Just like his, my work is just beginning on the Black Revolutionary Hotline. Little insight on Marcus Garvey, so y'all know who he was, what he was about, instead of what they say.
Welcome back to Black Discoveries. In the annals of history, there are individuals whose legacies echo through time, leaving an indelible mark on the world. One such luminary figure is Marcus Garvey, a name that resonates with the struggle for racial equality and the dream of a united African diaspora. Today, as we navigate the complexities of the modern world, it is crucial to revisit the life and philosophy of Marcus Garvey. His teachings and actions remain as relevant as ever, serving as a beacon of hope and empowerment for those who continue to fight for black rights and equality. In this video, we will embark on a journey to explore the life, philosophy, and profound impact of Marcus Garvey.
I don't like their music. I'm going to try to put mine in.
Individuals worldwide, from his early life in Jamaica to his leadership to the Universal Negro Improvement Association, UNIA, from his powerful speeches to his enduring influence on black culture, we will uncover the multifaceted facets of this remarkable figure's life and his tireless dedication to the cause of black empowerment. Early life and influences. Marcus Garvey's story begins on the picturesque island of Jamaica in the late 19th century. Born on August 17, 1887, in the rural town of St. Anne's Bay, he came into a world still deeply affected by the legacy of slavery. Growing up in this post-colonial society, Garvey was exposed to the harsh realities of racial discrimination and inequality from a young age. Garvey's experiences in Jamaica laid the foundation for his unwavering commitment to the fight for black rights. The poverty and oppression he witnessed fueled his determination to bring about change. He understood that for people to secure their rights, they needed a strong and unified movement, an idea that would later become central to his philosophy. The birth. of Pan-Africanism.
Get a
As
hot
Garvey
cup of tea
matured and began to explore
or
the
a
world
hot cup
beyond
of coffee.
Jamaica, he became increasingly aware of the global dimensions of racial injustice. In the early 20th century, Pan-Africanism, the belief in the unity of people of African descent worldwide, was gaining momentum. Garvey's role in promoting Pan-Africanism cannot be overstated. He believed that people of African descent had shared history, culture, and destiny, and that unity was the key to their empowerment. His famous statement, "God knew what he was doing when he made me black," encapsulated this belief, emphasizing the inherent worth and strength of being black. The Universal Negro Improvement Association, UNIA. In 1914, Marcus Garvey founded the Universal Negro Improvement Association, UNIA, in Jamaica, a pivotal moment in his journey. The UNIA aimed to unite black people globally and uplift them socially, economically, and politically. Garvey's vision was to create a strong, self-reliant black community that would challenge the prevailing racism and discrimination of the time. The UNIA's core principles were black unity and empowerment. It was the largest black organization of its kind, with chapters not only in the United States, but also in countries throughout the African diaspora. Garvey's charismatic leadership and compelling message drew thousands of members. Advocating for black rights. Garvey's views on the importance of black people fighting for their rights were unambiguous. He understood that equality would not be given, but had to be claimed through struggle. In the United States, he spoke out against the deeply entrenched Jim Crow laws and racial discrimination that oppressed black Americans. Garvey's leadership of the UNIA played a pivotal role in the civil rights movement. He was a forerunner, laying the groundwork for later civil rights activists who would pick up the torch. His commitment to black empowerment through political and economic means set a powerful example. Marcus Garvey's admiration for the Ku Klux Klan. Garvey made positive statements about the KKK on occasions. Garvey's admiration for the KKK was likely motivated by his belief that white supremacist groups were more honest about their hostility towards black people than other white groups who professed tolerance, but were, in his view, hypocritical. He saw the KKK's open hatred as a more genuine reflection of white attitudes than the professed tolerance of other white groups. Garvey's overall message was one of black empowerment and self-reliance. He believed that black people should not rely on white society for their liberation, but should instead work together to create their own independent societies. Garvey's complex relationship with the KKK highlights the challenges that black activists have faced in their pursuit of equality. While Garvey was willing to acknowledge the reality of white supremacy, he never wavered in his belief that black people could overcome oppression and achieve self-determination. Garvey's admiration for the KKK should not be seen as an endorsement of their violence and hatred. Rather, it should be understood as a reflection of his frustration with the hypocrisy of white society and his determination to find allies, even unlikely ones, in the struggle for black liberation. The Black Star Line. Garvey's ambitions extended far beyond the realm of civil rights. He envisioned economic self-sufficiency as a means to empower black people. In pursuit of this goal, he founded the Black Star Line, a shipping company aimed at facilitating trade between black communities around the world. The Black Star Line, 1919-1922, was a shipping line incorporated by Marcus Garvey, the organizer of the Universal Negro Improvement Association, UNIA, and other members of the UNIA. The shipping line was created to facilitate the transportation of goods and eventually African Americans throughout the African global economy. It derived its name from the White Star Line, a line whose success Garvey felt he could duplicate. The Black Star Line became a key part of Garvey's contribution to the Back to Africa movement, but was mostly unsuccessful, partially due to infiltration by federal agents. The Black Star Line and its successor, the Black Cross Navigation and Trading Company, operated between 1919 and 1922. It stands today as a major symbol for Garvey followers and Pan-Africanists. The Black Star Line was incorporated as a Delaware corporation on June 27, 1919. It had a maximum capitalization of $500,000, and shares were sold at UNIA conventions at $5 each. The first directors of the Black Star Line were Marcus Garvey, Edgar M. Gray, Richard E. Warner, George Tobias, Jeremiah Certain, Henrietta Vinton Davis, and Janie Jenkins. The officers of the corporation were President Marcus Garvey, First Vice President Jeremiah Certain, Second Vice President Henrietta Vinton Davis, Treasurer George Tobias, Secretary Richard E. Warner, Assistant Secretary Edgar M. Gray, and Assistant Treasurer Janie Jenkins. 6 months after incorporation, the board of directors voted to increase the Black Star Line market capitalization to $10 million, equivalent to $175 million in 2023. The Black Star Line surprised critics when only 3 months after being incorporated, the first of 4 ships, the SS Yarmouth, was purchased with the intention of it being rechristened the SS Frederick Douglass. The Yarmouth was in poor condition when purchased by the Black Star Line. Once reconditioned, the Yarmouth proceeded to sail for 3 years between the US and the West Indies as the first Black Star Line ship with an all-black crew and a black captain. However, the Yarmouth, like other ships purchased by the Black Star Line, was in poor condition and faced challenges. The Black Star Line faced significant challenges, including the sinking of one of its ships, the SS Shadyside, which sailed the cruise to nowhere on the Hudson River one summer and sank the next fall due to a leak. Another ship, the steam yacht Kanawha, which was renamed the SS Antonio Maceo by the Black Star Line, experienced a boiler explosion, resulting in a fatality. Besides oversold and poorly conditioned ships, the Black Star Line was beset by mismanagement and infiltration by agents of J. Edgar Hoover's Bureau of Investigation, including the first black agent hired by the Bureau, James Wormley Jones, who became an intimate of Garvey, and other agents who sabotaged it by damaging the engines and other means. Legal troubles and Marcus Garvey's pardon. In 1919, the United States government, represented by J. Edgar Hoover and the Bureau of Investigation, BOI, indicted Marcus Garvey and 3 other executives of the Universal Negro Improvement Association for mail fraud. The charges stemmed from Garvey's use of a picture of a ship, the SS Black Star, in the UNIA's promotional materials, despite the fact that the organization did not actually own the ship at the time. Garvey and the other defendants maintained that they had not intended to deceive anyone and that the ship was part of their plans to establish a shipping line for black people. However, the prosecution argued that the use of the picture was a fraudulent attempt to raise money from investors. In 1923, Garvey was convicted of mail fraud and sentenced to 5 years in prison. He served 3 years of his sentence before President Calvin Coolidge commuted his sentence in 1927. Garvey was then deported back to Jamaica. The conviction of Marcus Garvey for mail fraud remains a controversial topic. Some historians argue that he was wrongfully prosecuted by the government, which was motivated by its desire to suppress the Black Power movement. Others maintain that Garvey's actions were indeed fraudulent and that he was justly convicted. Regardless of the interpretation of the evidence, the conviction of Marcus Garvey had a significant impact on his life and career. It led to his imprisonment, deportation, and the decline of the UNIA. Garvey's legacy continues to be debated, but he is still remembered as a prominent figure in the Black Power movement and a champion of Pan-Africanism. The Black Star Line ceased sailing in February 1922, and the company's losses were estimated to be between $630,000 and $1.25 million. Marcus Garvey's speeches and writings.
It is for me to inform you that the Universal Negro Improvement Association is an organization that seeks to unite into one solid body the 400 million Negroes of the world, the link of the 15 million Negroes of the United States of America, to the 20 million Negroes of the West Indies, the 40 million Negroes of South and Central America, to the 280 million Negroes of Africa, for the purpose of centering our industrial, commercial, educational, social, and political conditions. As you are aware, the world in which we live today is divided into separate race groups and distinct nationalities. Each race and each nationality is endeavoring to work out its own destiny to the exclusion of other races and other nationalities. We hear the cry of England for the Englishman, of France for the Frenchman, of Germany for the German, of Ireland for the Irish, of Palestine for the Jews, of Japan for the Japanese, of China for the Chinese. We of the Universal Negro Improvement Association are raising the cry of Africa for the Africans, those at home and those abroad. There are 400 million Africans in the world who have Negro blood coursing through their veins, and we believe that the time has come to unite these 400 million people for the one common purpose of settling their conditions. We want to unite the liberation in this country. We want everyone to work for one common object, but of building a nation of his own on the great continent of Africa. But all peoples all over the world are working for the establishment of a government in Africa, means that it will be realized in another few years. We want the moral and financial support of every Negro to make the treaty a possibility. Already, this organization has established itself in Nigeria, West Africa, and is endeavoring to do all possible to develop that Negro country to become a great industrial and commercial commonwealth. Pioneers have been sent by this organization to Nigeria, and they are now laying the foundations upon which the 400 million people of the world will build. If you believe that the Negro has a soul, if you believe that the Negro is a man, if you believe that Negro was endowed with the senses commonly given to our men by the Creator, then you must acknowledge that whatever they have done, Negroes can do. We want to build up cities, nations, government, industries of our own in Africa, so that we'll be able to have a chance to rise from the lowest to the highest positions in the African Commonwealth.
One of Marcus Garvey's most powerful tools in advancing his cause was his ability to articulate a vision for Black empowerment. His speeches and writings were inspirational and motivational. In his famous "Look for Me in the Whirlwind" speech, he urged Black people to strive for greatness and self-sufficiency. Analyzing key elements of his rhetoric reveals the enduring influence of his words. His call for self-reliance, pride, and unity remains a source of inspiration for Black activists today. Black culture and identity. Marcus Garvey's influence was not confined to the realms of politics and activism alone. He played a pivotal role in shaping Black culture and identity, leaving an indelible mark on the way Black individuals perceive themselves and their heritage. Garvey encouraged Black people to wholeheartedly embrace and celebrate their African roots. He believed that this connection to their ancestral heritage was a source of strength and a wellspring of pride. By rekindling the flame of African identity, he aimed to instill a sense of self-worth and empowerment among Black communities. This emphasis on embracing one's African heritage resonates strongly in the celebration of Black History Month, an annual observance dedicated to honoring the achievements, history, and culture of Black individuals. The celebration of Black History Month serves as a testament to the enduring legacy of Marcus Garvey's message. Furthermore, the rise of Afrocentrism, a cultural and intellectual movement that centers on African and African diaspora cultures, can be traced back to Garvey's teachings. Afrocentrism emphasizes the significance of African culture, traditions, and contributions to the world. It encourages Black people to reclaim their narrative and celebrate the richness of their heritage. In addition to Black History Month and Afrocentrism, Garvey's influence reverberates in various facets of contemporary culture, including music, art, and fashion. Artists, designers, and musicians continue to draw inspiration from African aesthetics, themes, and history, infusing their creations with a profound sense of African identity. Personal life. And let us not forget the personal side of Marcus Garvey. He had two children, Marcus Mosiah Garvey III, born on September 17, 1930, and Julius Winston Garvey, born on September 17, 1933. Marcus Garvey was married twice. He married his first wife, Amy Ashwood, on December 25, 1919. Ashwood was herself a political activist, working for women's rights as well as holding ideologies of Pan-Africanism. Pan-Africanism is a political ideology that seeks to strengthen the bonds between Africans and those of African descent living around the world. She helped her husband to found the United Negro Improvement Association and African Communities League, which is often simply referred to as UNIA, and was one of the directors of Garvey's Black Star Line shipping and passenger ship company. The two divorced in 1922. No children were born during this marriage. Garvey's second wife was Amy Euphemia Jacques. The two married in 1922. Jacques was Garvey's Secretary General. The couple had two sons, Marcus Mosiah in 1930 and Julius Winston in 1933. Jacques and Garvey remained married until his death in 1940. Death. Marcus Garvey died on November 10, 1940, in London, England, at the age of 52. The cause of his death was chronic nephritis, a serious inflammation of the kidneys. Garvey's health had been declining for several years prior to his death. He had suffered from a number of ailments, including diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart problems. In 1938, he was diagnosed with chronic nephritis, a condition that eventually led to his death. Despite his deteriorating health, Garvey continued to work tirelessly until the very end of his life. He was a prolific writer and speaker, and he traveled extensively to promote his message of Black nationalism and Pan-Africanism. He also continued to lead the UNIA, the organization he had founded in 1914. Garvey's death was a major loss for the Black Power movement and for the African diaspora. He was a charismatic and visionary leader who inspired millions of people around the world. Legacy. Marcus Garvey, the Jamaican-born orator, activist, and visionary, stands as a towering figure in the history of Pan-Africanism and Black nationalism. Through his fervent advocacy for racial pride, self-reliance, and African unity, he inspired millions of marginalized people worldwide to challenge the oppressive systems of their time. Garvey's vision of a united Africa, free from colonial rule and racial subordination, resonated deeply with the oppressed masses. His powerful speeches, infused with passion and conviction, ignited a flame of hope and resilience in the hearts of those who had long been denied their rightful place in society. Despite facing relentless opposition and persecution, Garvey never wavered in his commitment to his ideals. His unwavering belief in the power of collective action and his unwavering dedication to the upliftment of Black people continue to inspire generations. Garvey's legacy extends far beyond his time and place. His teachings have been embraced by countless activists, musicians, and scholars, shaping the trajectory of Black liberation movements and shaping the discourse on racial justice. His call for unity, self-reliance, and cultural affirmation remains as relevant today as it was during his lifetime. Marcus Garvey's legacy is a testament to the transformative power of one individual's vision and the enduring impact of the struggle for racial equality. His unwavering belief in the power of Black people to shape their own destiny continues to inspire and empower generations to come. As we conclude this video, we encourage you to continue exploring the rich history of Black empowerment and civil rights. Marcus Garvey's life is just one chapter in this ongoing struggle, and by understanding and learning from the past, we can better shape a more equitable future for all. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history. We'll see you in the next video.
I just wonder why that you can't
I think I got that one. Let me take you to the river. Yeah. All right. Coming through here. Ah, here we go.
as I look to the sky and I wonder why. Ooh-wee, baby, drive me crazy. I just wonder why that you can't get down. Can I kiss the sky? Whoa, whoa. Sun being away on a holiday, drifting away.
To heaven bound, say,
I need
meet
you,
up
baby.
there one day, and bound one
You're so
day,
far away. What
meet
else
up
can I
there
say?
one day,
My day
and
is
another life to be there in the afterlife, be there in the next
what
life,
can I say?
be there in the next
We're slowly
life,
slipping
be
away.
there in the next life.
Every day I pray, but I know that I'm slipping away every day. What can I say? Have it your way, what can I say? Woo. That look in your eyes, that just hypnotized, looking all through the next line. We'll see you next time. See you again next time.
All power to the people.
Oh shoot, I got my hands up. Can't breathe, I can't breathe. Shoot, I got my hands up. I can't breathe, I can't breathe. Oh shoot, I got my hands up. Like Ferguson, Missouri. You got a riot. Just had enough. From the Bronx to the Martin. Got a TikTok rally. We ain't joking. We shall overcome. Got my hands up, don't shoot. Shoot, shoot. Got my hands up, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. We shall overcome. Got to stand up for ourselves. Coming over the yellow lines all night. Push too hard, now you gotta fight. Stand up for ourselves. We shall overcome. Don't shoot, I got my hands up. I can't breathe, I can't breathe. We shall overcome. Say only strong survive. Stand up for ourselves. Soon as we stand up, they be taking our lives, killing our sons and daughters. Stand up. When will we stop for ourselves? Will we all be martyrs? Will we all be slaughtered? We got to stand up for ourselves. Just like Jimmy said, to make you look to the other side in the wrong direction. We got to stand up. And Mr. Silos are opening up for mass destruction. Meanwhile, homies on the mic, stand up for ourselves. Spitting that nonsense instead of the truth. Like you promised, we got to stand up for ourselves. Getting richer by the minute. We got to stand up. Why they ain't Ferguson? Because we ain't overcome. Busy giving out crap to the audience. We still hungry in black and white TV, watching this nonsense. We shall overcome. Shoot, I got my hands up. Can't breathe, can't breathe. No, we shall overcome. Can't breathe, I can't breathe. Don't shoot, I got my hands up. Can't breathe, I can't breathe. We shall overcome. I can't breathe. Gotta stand it on. Can you feel the thunder? Heaven on earth. Let's go up yonder. When we get to the promised land, we won't see no footprints in no sand. Giving first aid passes to all them ready to go. We don't want to miss this one-man show. I'm a scientist, baby. Directional pull from the black old lady. That's the sky, gypsy man. Ride this world when the fire across the land. One soul at a time, know what I'm saying? Need to be on your knees, praying. rock. Living on us, yo. Reservation, plantation, degradation, no speculation of elevation. November 8th, we got the election. The sky gypsy love. Gonna take you for a ride. Everything's gonna be alright. We're gonna move to the other side. On the other side, live God, don't get fried. Break through the pride. Lord knows I've tried. Baby, guys, gypsy man, ride this world when the fire across the land. One soul at a time, know what I'm saying? Just be on your knees, praying. I ain't playing. Yeah. other side. So hold that tight, keep you when you're sleeping in the night. My prayers are surely answered with you right here. You know you got it on my dear. We're gonna throw it all night long, all night long. Sing this song, woo, all night. We're getting it on to the break of dawn, y'all. Yeah, 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 yeah. Rock and roll this joint. I'm telling you now. Earth Sky 1, we out.